What if Russia joined NATO? Sounds absurd. It should. Because at its core, NATO was built to contain what Russia once was and arguably still is. So let's rewind. NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, was formed in 1949. Now, the world had just emerged from the ashes of World War II. The Allies had defeated Nazi Germany, but a new threat loomed: the Soviet Union. With communist regimes installed across Eastern Europe, the Soviet Union refused to withdraw its troops after the war. Western democracies saw this as expansionism, not liberation. So NATO was born, a military alliance based on the principles of collective defense. An attack on one is an attack on all. Now, Russia, then the dominant republic of the Soviet Union, became NATO's ideological and strategic adversary. In response, the Soviet formed the Warsaw Pact in 1955. The lines were drawn, the Cold War had begun. So, why even ask the question, what if Russia joined NATO? Because thinking about impossible ideas sometimes reveals the shape of a better world or the dangers that stand in the way. For Russia to be welcomed in NATO, it would have to undergo a complete transformation politically, economically, and militarily. It would have to become transparent, democratic, peaceful, and most of all trustworthy. Right now, it's the opposite. Under Vladimir Putin, Russia has annexed Crimea, waged war in Ukraine, interfered in elections abroad, and positioned NATO as an enemy in its state media. And yet, imagine a Russia that embraced cooperation over confrontation. Imagine NATO not as a wall but a bridge. What kind of world could that be? We have seen unlikely alliances before. In World War II, the US and Soviet Union set aside their differences to defeat Hitler. Enemies became partners temporarily. Could that ever happen again? Make no mistake, NATO cannot compromise its core values: democracy, rule of law, and peaceful resolution of disputes. But cooperation with Russia, even short of membership, could help tackle global threats, terrorism, climate change, cyber warfare. So, Russia joining NATO remains a fantasy only, but finding common ground, even without a flag or a treaty, could reshape the world in ways that alliances alone never could, because Europe regime